Same with all the
try.
states. Same
But
with all
y'all
the
life is
screw
in
me
your
real
body
quick.
for a
Let me say
reason.
something before I drop down right quick.
Uh-huh.
We got to stop telling our people to go to the BIA and to the state, right back into the government to get some type of recognition. Screw my brushing my teeth too, but that's not the way that we're gonna get our stuff back. Is to go to the same people who disenfranchised us.
I feel you on that too, though. I feel you on that too.
Because I have to disagree. You have to have your knowledge.
Man, you don't have to be
You
part of
don't
the
need government
BIA.
to make the help.
You get to make your own plan,
Bro,
and you be affiliated with
that's
them.
disingenuous.
Bro,
because you
bro.
have to go through these.
That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. You
Yes,
don't know
I
the
do.
law, bro.
Yes, I do.
Nah,
No,
you
you
right.
don't,
I
bro.
feel you, bro. I
Yes,
feel you on
you
that
do.
for real.
Okay, bro. I just said what I had to say. Real
I
quick.
feel you. Hey,
Down,
I feel you. Where you from?
Bro, it don't matter, bro. My people don't got to go through nobody, bro. We is,
Period is
they
right.
got to go through, bro. You tripping.
You can't just
No,
say
I feel you on that. I feel you
the
on
next
that.
step, once you get your stuff, you have to go through those entities.
You trying to get state recognized, bro. That's
Yeah, I
like looking
feel
for
what he's
somebody.
saying.
That's
He's
like
telling
looking
the
for
truth.
somebody to acknowledge me, bro. I don't need nobody to acknowledge me, bro.
How about you come up here, use it? Like, what are y'all niggas?
You're
yapping
first.
about
I
here?
agree with you.
Like, yeah, like what? Like, folks is getting hostile for. Like,
Yes.
relax.
I'll let y'all in a little secret. These Mexicans complaining about the white T man taking away citizenship. The white T man is the one who gave them the citizenship, so they can take it away.
Exactly.
So
and then why would I go? Why would I
hold
go
on,
to the
hold
same
on,
people?
hold
Hold on,
on.
real quick. I'm gonna get
Hold
down. Real quick.
on. So Tyrone is saying, "Oh, we can
He don't know the
state
law.
recognized. If the white T man state recognizes you, the white T man is the one who can take away your
Exactly.
They can take it away.
Just
Yeah.
like the
Okay.
Native
Yeah.
Americans,
You
they
realize
get
that,
kicked out of
right?
the country right now.
Right.
So why would I go to the same
It's
people, bro?
too. Y'all niggas is too loud in my ear. First sweep of the day. First sweep of the day. Like, why everything? Like, Venus was speaking. Like, it's easy. Yeah, it's easier to drown out women's voices. Like,
I was trying to say that if the white T man state recognizes you, if the white T man gives you your land back, the white T man can take your land back whenever they want, and they can unrecognize you whenever they want. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Whose audio? That's an African.
somebody.
That's an African binary.
Wait, what's up? What's up, user?
You speak or you gonna mute? I'm just curious.
Like, you're on. Like, we talked about this a lot before. I really don't give a fuck. You talk about the same shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't have to listen to you, sir. Make your own space. Make your own live.
I got him pressed. Hey, my
Ain't
energy.
nobody. Like, y'all think, who are y'all? Who are y'all? Who do y'all think y'all are? Honestly,
Or are you tripping like this?
like you ain't. Nobody gives a fuck.
That's corny.
You said what? How do I what?
And that's corny.
You never mute. I don't give a fuck. You said you would slap me, and guess what I told you right after? I'll break that same arm you would slap me with. Yeah.
You heard.
I ain't heard. No, you're the one. You're the one that physically threatened me before, sir.
Crashing out right now, but
I'm not crashing out. Shut up. Ain't nobody crashing out. Said he would slap me over some information. Like, I don't give a fuck over some. This is a while ago. This is probably like 2 months ago. Honestly, you say, "Oh yeah, Darth, if I ever seen you in person, I would slap the shit out of you." He literally told me that. I probably could go find the live. And guess what I told? I told him that. Then this is what I told him. I would break that same arm he slapped me with. So yeah.
And
So-
I'm not kidding. He do karate.
We don't always fight.
BJJ.
Y'all motherfuckers need to tread lightly in these camps.
I do BJJ. Darvin is a crash out. Like, I don't like this dude. Like, stalks me on Twitter. He stalked me on Twitter for years.
Get down. Sit.
Literally. Like, y'all don't know. Like, y'all don't know these people's history of me. So I don't need people assuming shit that they don't know about. Right? Would you want to hear someone that cyber stalks you? Would you want to hear from someone that cyber stalks you? User? Yeah. It's been over a year.
Stalking. It sounds like he's just trying to have dialogue against what you're trying to say, and that sounds like having open dialogues.
No, it's nothing. Oh, I'm telling you. I'm not asking what's happening.
Yeah, man, they've been cyber stalking him for about 2 years now. I ain't gonna even hold you.
He has stalked me on YouTube, Twitter, and different platforms.
Who is that, Omagazu?
This isn't me just making some shit up. This has happened. So would you want to? No, I don't like his name. Hayru, like he's on Hayru on Twitter. So I'm gonna ask you again, user. Right? Would you want to hear from someone that cyber stalks you?
Sounds like he's just a fan, maybe. Maybe I do want to hear from him.
No. Okay, let a man cyber stalk you, see if you want to have a conversation with him.
That's pretty sus if you stalk you all
Like him, it's like a group of Pan-Africans on the same shit. Like his name is Aaron, because he goes by his real name on YouTube. And then he's come over here because I invited him once to come over here. Like we've already talked about this shit. I don't want to hear from you no more.
Why'd you invite him again today then?
I didn't invite you. He saw me on the For You page.
And then on top of that, he ain't the only one. It's Queen Cass that come up here trolling too.
Right. He took the whole code. He can't even build. But what's up, Kia? Yeah, like I'm gonna put niggas on blast. You a weirdo? That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird.
You be having those stalkers over there from Twitter, man, that be following you everywhere. That shit be funny though.
I'm still not over the nigga asking him to pull up his shirt, bro.
Yeah, nigga asked me to pull up my shit. Like these
That
niggas
shit
is weird.
traumatized me, and
Trying to come up now.
These niggas is weird.
to say the least.
I want to touch
How
you.
did we get there? How?
Is he's a panty?
Are we looking
it
at
was
the
this one Caribbean
phenotypes
dude
of the
from
chest?
Flatbush. Yeah, this
I'm
one
confused.
Caribbean dude from Flatbush. Like he told me to lift my shirt up. I'm like, what?
All niggas from Flatbush got the same chesticles? Somebody help me with this shit. I'm trying to move past the shit, bro. Somebody help me.
What he's not telling you is he's a Freemason. That's why you're being followed.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. These niggas probably is Masons. I would hope they getting paid from this shit. I would hope so. Because these niggas, if these niggas is doing it for, is doing this shit for free, being weird for free, please reevaluate your life, but that's too fucking late. That's too fucking late.
But no, the awards. Oh my bad. Go ahead. Somebody was speaking before me. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, ladies first.
So, shit. God damn it! Did I just forget what I was about to say? I probably did. It was something to the effect of like, bro, ain't no way that you're using the standards that you're given to try to judge a motherfucker on where they come from when they just told you, and then boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, I can barely move past the lift up your shirt. I'm not fucking with y'all. I can barely move past that shit. That shit is very, very weird. It's like you cannot equate that shit to no phenotype. That just very much gives you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Facts. And I'm in a
crazy.
Yeah, this might be the wrong live. If you wanted something informational, I've been in a talk and move. So, sorry, I guess if you wanted to build or have information, but niggas is already doing shit. Oh, we're doing this on TikTok. No, we're doing it.
I want the tarot. I want the tarot roast back, bro.
Yeah, they crush on you. These niggas weird as hell, man. And they weird as hell reported my YouTube video. too. My last live on YouTube. That shit crazy.
Hey, bro, I just wanted to come up here and tell you,
Because they feel like you're spreading false information.
False
Wait, well,
information
hold
about
on.
what?
The God was speaking before you speak, sister. Can we let him finish
This
first?
Amazon security, please be advised. This is being monitored. The
yeah, I
current time
just
is
wanted
not-
to tell the host that he's not crazy.
Y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Hold
Yeah, go
That
ahead, 11,
on.
11.
I wanted
Technical
This
difficulties
Amazon
might be at
security,
play.
please be advised. This area is being monitored. The current time is 9:31.
What's up, 11, 11? Go ahead.
I just wanted to tell you, you're not crazy. My whole life, my grandmother told me after I got a history class one day in high school, I asked her about the history of us coming on slave ships, and she damn near slapped me because
Damn.
she was like, we never came over no MF slave ships. My father always said that he was Cherokee Indian and Blackfoot. So I agree with you 100%, and I think what you're doing is great.
My last live, this is the first time I'm getting reported on YouTube for a live. And I've been live again because I started live streaming on YouTube last summer. I took a break and started streaming again, maybe January, February. So it's been like freaking, it's been months. Yeah, it's been, I got back like in January. So it's been that's my first report on a live. Like if it was about
Take a break though too.
if it was about misinformation, I would have been reported.
I mean, they're gonna report. Well, yeah, but in the same breath, it's just crazy to me how you can have such shit, but people literally didn't. It's almost like the quote unquote that we learned about in quote unquote history class is still taking place. My God, I mean, who would guess that shit? Oh wow. Like nobody's gonna question that shit. No, it's just full faith. Okay, fine.
Yeah, and then and since folks was talking about folks arguing with people, like I'm about to make my own app. I already made my own app. I have a prototype. I have 2 prototypes for my own app. Like y'all can have fun arguing with racists and Nazis and all types of shit. Yes. Yeah, folks is coming up with solutions for the problems that they have. So nobody like. What's up, Justice? Thank you for the likes. Let's get up to 20,000 likes, y'all. Like, man, I just beat a TikTok appeal. I just got a live appeal yesterday. Like, folks always reporting me on live. On TikTok live. Like,
so no freaking avail.
And guess what? I'll be beating them appeals each time.
And funny how that works.
Yeah, she wanted to come up here and K favor. I saw her in the comments. That's why I come up here.
Oh, got you. Peace. I just want to say peace to Venus, Beach Nutria Venus. Peace, Tyron and Red 1111, Keo Dow. Peace to everybody. Thank you so much for being here and for, you know what I'm saying, helping out the cause. Because I mean, it doesn't necessarily need help in and of its own, but y'all make it better. Thank you so much because y'all have the actual knowledge, the actual credibility, et cetera, to make this work. Not, once again, not that it needs help to make it work because it stands alone, but in the same breath,
I would like to answer the prompt tonight. Are Black Americans lying about being Indian? No. No, but also you have some that are. So, if I may explain, like some will say that they are lying about being Indian because they'll just claim a random tribe rather than just finding out the specific one, improving that specific one or two that's on both sides of the family. So they'll just run with the superficial word like Aborigine and Indian and or just the catch-all Blackfoot or the Cherokee or something like that. But at the end of the day, you have to prove it. You have to go into these genealogical records and find the specific ones. So that's what I mean by that.
That's the funny thing. I do have records
Right.
that were passed down to me. I'm not lying to you.
And-
Down to me. I'm not lying to you.
And to answer what Venus was and that other brother was on the panel, yes, I'm aware that people are, but still, we have to do our due diligence and go through that process to be
Say something after you done.
just to get our stuff and just to be out there to be known as the real ones, because these people they literally have court cases with our people in it, but they won't use the correct terminology, such as they'll call us freedmen and claim that we're just some hyphenated Africans, but they'll allow like what Mike TV showed on the hearing from 2022 with the hearing of the Cherokee or
The treaty.
yeah.
The
Well,
treaty,
they had some
1866
mixed
treaty.
up people up on that panel that were YT or a Mongol style Native American with straight up Asian admixture in them, sitting up here hyphenating us as freedmen. So we need to show up. We need to make ourselves heard and be representative in these panels, because our voices can't just be out in the grassroots. We also have to be all up in that government.
I get you. Yeah,
And
that's what I
unfortunately,
was
to that
saying.
piece, the hieroglyphs and the evidence is there. I mean, the fact that people don't look at it is crazy. You got the Mayans, you got the Africans, you got the Asians, you got the whatever. It's literally stories, pictures, descriptions of people being melanated. So why is it so hard to believe, or why is it so
I don't think it's about
offensive to accept that people came up out excuse me.
All right, so I think this is a two-sided conversation, right? Like, so I the ways to go about it, state and federal recognition. And the reason why I do that is because I stand on genealogy in general. So I stand on, you got to prove who you are, not just say who you are. And that's because I deal with real pretendians in real life. So it's a different, I understand where people are. Like, some people might not be there yet, and that might be a long way away, or you might never get there. You never know. But I try not to tell people who they are, what they can claim if they have those records and stuff like that, you know, if that makes sense. But getting state recognition and federal recognition is important, because, like, to get involved with the government of the tribe and take that shit over is really what people need to do. If you belong to those tribes, which I personally think that's more problematic and difficult than even establishing your own tribe based off of historical records. Like, a lot of these tribes, you gotta understand, a lot of these tribes claim tribes that they are not, claim territory that's not originally of their tribe. Why? Because their original tribe does not claim the territory that is really that it belongs to, because that tribe might be, quote unquote, considered extinct, you know, by legal terms. Extinct by legal terms is not the same as being actually extinct. If most people don't know that. So, like, it's more so about understanding the game. So if you go to play in the political arena of being indigenous, i.e. really being Native American, and I want to be clear about that. You get what I'm saying? That if you go into the political framework of that identity, you are essentially becoming a Native American. And that's a fact. I know people don't want to hear that shit, but it's true.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then you would have to figure out how you going to identify. You can't be the same person talking crazy about Native American. It's some dynamics to this, but the more deep and the more involved into your actual indigeneity, your tribal background, establishing your tribe, or i.e. joining your tribe, will determine your pathway. But it's a nuance to it.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You said something very interesting, Leo. For one, you said, what was that? Extinct tribes, that part where like they try and claim things that aren't a part of their tribe. That's NAGPRA, by the way, because NAGPRA allows them to confiscate artifacts.
I wasn't trying to calm him down.
Hey, Rue, shut
I
up.
was literally making him more mad. What are you talking about?
So
I'm trying to get him to
This nigga out here pillow talking this shit.
all right. So what?
It's Bezo too.
Before he takes me off my train of thought, well, the NAGPRA stuff allows them to confiscate items that don't even belong to their tribe. That's why, for example, when I went out there to Moundville, they took up all the artifacts within the museum, and the person that was at the gate, his name is Mingus, I believe. He said, yeah, they came and got that stuff and sent it back to Oklahoma, even though some of these people ain't even from that Moundville area. And they put it up in their museums up there to get approval. But yeah, these people just take things that don't even belong to them. Or say, for example, Chief Warhorse, when she was talking about that Choctaw secretary, where he was over here taking that Nanawaya story and talking about eating crow sandwiches. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. And they were trying to appropriate the Nanawaya mounds because they got a story about clay golems, people being birthed from, like, being created from clay, which we all know for exact that the United States mud is black and brown, red color. So these wouldn't explain these Mongol-style Native Americans because their skin color is sand dollar. It's the color of beige. So this story doesn't even match with these people that's migrating down the Bering Strait with the hover. Else that we got to look into, because it also adds into that Lamanite and that Bible story of Curse of Ham stuff, because it's talking about human origins. But y'all got it.
Yeah, good. What's up, Susie? Yeah, we up here chopping it up. Listen, what we got. It needs to be situated. Understand that the original people are prisoners of wars have been here. Sharice is speaking right now. I'm Native American, Choctaw. All right. Venus says she'll be right back.
I was trying to tell Tyrone that I have actual physical documents that my great-great-great-grandmother walked the Trail of Tears, and that's how we all got split up. So that's all I was trying. When you said records and stuff like that, I have physical proof that people that look like us are Native Americans. And in fact, they were distinctly different from Africans because we had a red tone known as bronze glow to us. And that's what we have right now.
Right.
Can I add to that real quick before look, because when I was doing my okay, first of all, I'm looking at the people in my living room. My mama had moved to where I'm from, which is upper Northeast America. She moved there when she was young, and that's why I am from there. But everybody is, quote unquote, everybody is from right here. Excuse me, right? So, and I mean everybody, even on my dad's side. So it's very, very interesting to see from the timeline, from the Trail of Tears, my family moved from basically the like the southern eastern part of America to where I am right now, which is Texas. And where I am right now, funny the fuck enough, where my family is still here to this day, upon generations, obviously with me referencing or wanting to reference the Trail of Tears, they've been there since then. Not before, but since then. So I found that very, very interesting. And it's almost like people ignore those type of historical facts that you can find within your genealogy. You can look at people's birth certificates. You can look literally in like the very late 1700s and the early 1800s. My family was in like South, like basically like the they all land in this town that I live in right now was called Cherokee Township. Are you joking?
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to ignore that? You know what I'm saying? People
Right.
don't actually look into this shit that is documented about their family the last few generations. And I get it, because history classes taught you, oh, we're all from Africa, yada, yada, yada. But in the same breath, you're going to just completely run with that shit and ignore the fact that shit adds up to be, you're telling me that 1 + 3 = 2. And I'm looking at over here, 1 + 1 = 2.
Right. And I totally agree with you. The Oklahoma, it said that we came from Oklahoma. So right around where you were saying the Louisiana Purchase actually lines up to the information that I have. We were brought out of Oklahoma and traveled to Mississippi, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. That was like during the Civil War.
Exactly.
We all moved up north. Half of us moved up north.
Yo, and that's in the books. That's in the books. You can see like all the I'm sorry.
I was speaking to somebody.
Okay. When you see the movement, and that's what I was thinking about earlier when the gentleman was talking about, I'm from New York, blah, 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 blah. You know, one of the popular cities, Detroit, South Central LA, Texas, you know what I'm saying? All these places were places of refuge. I don't know how that could possibly be missed if we're so deeply paying attention to the genealogy and the movement of our people, because understanding how you dismiss the shit. And I could understand, you know what I'm saying, trying to stick to like the status quo or whatever, but I don't know. Man, come on, man.
But to
tell me that my people's moved literally on the you know what I'm saying? What's the word I'm looking for? Give me a second. They moved, ended up and came from where the Trail of Tears say that American Indians would, but I'm not supposed to think I'm American Indian?
Right.
What? Are you joking right now? No, they're dead ass serious, and that's what blows me. That's what blows me, that they're dead ass serious, but we all know for a fact, and I'm gonna land right here. We all know for a fact that the genocide was literally planned, executed amongst our people, and so on and so forth. They died out, and there's only a few of them left, and all this shit. But we literally can't connect the dots to see that those are our people. You gotta be shitting me.
Go ahead, Tyler.
To add on to what you're saying with the guy that came up here to be disruptive, he might just as well come from New York, from those free blacks that were in the North.
His ass is not from there, yo.
If
He's
not
from there. Like, he's from like that's mostly Caribbeans, dude.
Like,
he's not from there.
Grandparents for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say his folks got here in the 1900s. Like,
The whole point in me mentioning that shit is that we all know for a fact that those were places of refuge. We moved there. That is not where the hell we're from. And you can see that in
He was
if
mad
you
quiet.
just freaking pay attention.
The way we had him, like after a while, like when he calmed down that trolling shit down. That's how that dude that was actually from New York had his ass. Like he was mad quiet. He was mad, like he wasn't saying shit. We had somebody that's actually from New York on the panel. Yeah.
Say nothing because you mute me every 2 seconds.
I'm not talking to your stupid ass.
Hey, can I speak real quick?
Say something?
Can I say something?
don't want to be muted.
I speak my piece. So
Go ahead,
modern African bones go back to 300,000 years in Africa and only 20,000 years in America. And on top of that, before that 20,000 years in America of those bones being found, there was 100,000 year ice age. So Black people would not get melanated skin from 100,000 year ice age. That proves that bone mining spermiated the world after that. If you can't find a bone that predates Africa's modern bones, then that means the source is Africa. And there's no every country. If we go to America, 20,000. If we go to China, 70,000. If we go to Europe, we got 50,000. But they all sperm Africa. To Europe, we got 50,000.
Why is Albert Perry's
artifacts?
DNA? Why is Albert Perry's DNA older than those bones?
Hey, Albert Perry's DNA goes back to Cameroon.
No,
Africa.
okay. Where is that? Where's AOO mostly dispersed at?
It goes to Cameroon, Africa.
Name where it's
Albert
mostly
Perry's
what group of people is it mostly found in?
Old blood.
It's mostly found in Americans. It's mostly found in Americans.
It just proves that Africans are in America.
No, well, name the Cameroonians that came to America. Where's the Cameroonian? Did you read the? Like, did you read it? Did you read it?
Hey, Destiny Swap.
It said 370,000
the highest density is found in America.
Bro,
did you read? Where's the bones of the Cameroonians in America? Where's the bones of Cameroonians in America, sir? Since you want to talk about bones.
The oldest bones in America only goes
where
back to
where are the Cameroonian bones that they got to America?
I know where is that.
Oh no,
wait, you're trying to prove that.
No.
What is your point? I don't understand.
Well, you said we don't have no proof. You said Cameroonians came to
Africans
America.
Have proof of 300,000
well, where you said
Americans don't have.
I told you, dude. Listen, this is why I mute you. You don't listen. You have one mouth to speak and 2 ears to listen. Listen. Now, with that being said, you said the AOO haplogroup is mostly has the highest density in America. You're talking about proof through bones, right? Now, with that being said, can you relax, nigga? Shut up.
Talking about haplogroup.
Shut up, dude. They say the AOO is highest density is in America. Let me land my plane. You said that just show, and it comes from Cameroon. You said that it shows that those folks are from Cameroon and that Cameroonians were in America. Where are the bones and artifacts of Cameroonians being in America?
Let's go to Africa. All the artifacts are in Africa.
Where are the Cameroonian bones?
The oldest artifacts are in Africa.
Where are the Cameroonian bones and artifacts found in America?
How the hell did they end up in our?
That doesn't make sense. That you're not making sense.
If AOO comes from Cameroonians, right? If AOO comes from Cameroonians, right? Where are the Cameroonian bones and artifacts found in America?
Cameroonians bones come from.
If Albert Perry's DNA comes from Cameroon, right? Where are the Cameroonian bones? Where are the Cameroonian bones and artifacts?
He can't say, "Look, I got next. I want to."
All right. Well, after
you
that,
proving my point.
after that, can you name Albert Perry?
My point, baby.
Yeah. There's no proof. There's no proof of Cameroonians being in America.
I'm from Cameroon, dummy.
Albert Perry's DNA. You say Albert Perry's DNA, someone who was born in America, comes from
went
Cameroon.
Back to the Cameroon, Africa.
Went back. Where are the Cameroonian artifacts of a Cameroonian seen in America?
Tell us where they ended up. So why the hell we can't?
There's Cameroonians in America right now.
Can you name
Cameroonians in America? You could definitely find Cameroonian bones in America for sure.
Where it's just source up.
Oh yeah, there's all type of Africans in America right now.
Where is
bones?
I'm talking about.
The mini tribe got taken.
So can I respond?
Find the bones. Find the bones.
Can I
show the bones?
The DNA test.
Source up and show the bones. Source up.
He can't source up for the bones.
Y'all don't have artifacts.
Hold on. Head root.
We do have artifacts.
I got a question for you. Since you are strong in your belief about this Albert Perry coming from Cameroon stuff, and you hold on, because
he didn't come from Cameroon.
Hold on, brother, shut up. Can you shut up for 5 seconds, please? You got next.
All right, bro.
So again, how you made a whole bunch of statements that don't even make any sense because your statement was out of Africa theory, which Albert Perry debunked the out of Africa theory. They didn't find
you have to believe in DNA.
Hold on, brother, shut up. Please shut up. Well,
That's why you don't come on the stage, nigga.
So anyway, you believe in this out of Africa theory stuff, which doesn't even really make sense because according to the out of Africa theory, there's no primates with nappy hair within the hot climate of Africa. What you're going to find is that many of these indigenous African tribes say that they come from Asia. So these people are built for any type of terrain and climate, not just a tropical hot one. And most of Africa's mammal species have straight hair, not nappy hair. So it's weird how you're sitting up here saying that the Ice Age would be a wall to keep melanoid people from crossing it, because there's also dark-skinned Alaskans, there's dark-skinned people in Siberia and Mongolia. So that doesn't even make any sense. And also, you don't even have any fossils of Cameroonians being in the Americas, and you're trying to claim that Black Americans are specific West Africans when they don't, when they're testing living people in Africa today. So Albert Perry's genetics would not go to an African per se because they're not testing these Paleo-Indian skulls. And those
hold on, hold on 1 second. Since we want to talk about, where's the oldest water at?
The oldest water?
Yes, where's the oldest water?
The oldest water?
Yeah, where's the oldest water? We want to talk about life or
where's the oldest sun? Where's the oldest moon? Where's the oldest tree?
The oldest body of water?
It's the New River off the Appalachian Mountain chain.
I can answer that, dude.
The sky is blue.
The oldest body of water is found in America. Where are the oldest trees at? The oldest fossil tree and the oldest living tree.
Where's the human? You have no human bones though. I'm talking about humans.
You say no. How the fuck did Africans breathe? If there's no
mountain chain,
I can answer that, dude.
The sky is blue.
How do humans breathe? In Africa, if the oldest trees come from America, huh?
This is the sun. The sun is the most important.
No, it's not.
You can't get melanations.
No. I'm talking about what do we breathe in? Oxygen, right? Oxygen.
But how did y'all get melanin in 100,000-year ice age in America?
We're not talking about melanin. How did niggas breathe if the oldest trees are in America? How did niggas breathe?
In the ice age, y'all know nothing about the ice age. That proves that point.
How did niggas breathe if the oldest trees are in America?
Shoo.
No. How did niggas shoot nuts?
The tree of life.
The tree of life. Who deciphered Medu Neter?
Who deciphered Medu Neter?
Yeah, who deciphered Medu Neter?
Still speaks the language.
What African tribes?
Mindy still has loan words. Ghana
Medu
still
Neter
has loan words.
The Medu Neter was
South
deciphered
Sudan
by
tribes still have loan words.
The Medu Neter was deciphered by a Frenchman.
Chick Anta Diop.
No, he didn't. He didn't decipher that shit. The Medu Neter was
Greek
deciphered. The Medu Neter was
Ooh,
deciphered by a
Greek,
Frenchman.
and all these other languages that come from Medu Neter.
The Medu Neter was deciphered by a Frenchman.
Not true.
Yes, it is.
It's deciphered by anybody that can read it.
Frenchman. Medu Neter or hieroglyphs.
To you, white people only to you. Only white people can read it.
Hieroglyph. A hieroglyph. How do you make a vowel? How do you make a vowel sound out of a picture of a cat?
Oh, I have a fun fact about that. So the reason why.
No. Answer my question. Answer my question this way. How do you make, if I have a picture of two cats fighting, how do I interpret, how do I make a letter sound out of two cats fighting?
Americans lying about being Indian. He's talking about cats right now, y'all. I got him cooked.
Because the hieroglyphs are pictograms, dude.
Yes,
you know what
the brain.
So how do you make a letter? How do you make a letter sound out of pictures?
Better than words. You can understand if we have a class full of 50 kids that speak all different languages. If we draw an apple, everybody will know that it's an apple. If we write,
who told you it was an apple?
Only the English person will know. That proves that the brain understands symbols better than it understands words.
So who deciphered the Medu Neter? Who deciphered the Medu Neter, dude?
Africans that created the language.
So what Africans? What Africans? Name an African that you know that speaks the language.
Baba Heru.
Baba Heru from where?
From Ethiopia.
From Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Ethiopia. Baba Heru.
Yeah. Hell, if that was the case, we would not be arguing in the first place because the hieroglyphs show what they need to show. The stories on the walls show what they need to show. So we understand pictures more than we understand information. Why the fuck are we having this conversation?
Because Europeans have
Medu Neter. The Medu Neter.
Instead of reality.
You sound ridiculous.
So,
why?
I want him to. I want. Hold on. Where? So
you're gonna tell me that all the drawings on the wall are size?
Hold on. I'm trying to get him to answer a question. Why do Egyptians say when they die, they go to the Western Hemisphere?
Because they worship Ra, and they depict Ra.
Ra is what?
Ra
is what?
Ra is God in Medu Neter, but it was depicted. He was depicted as a sun, and the sun, and they study nature, and they understood nature, the manifestation of God, and that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So they understood that our spirit moves in that same cycle when we pass on to the next life.
Yeah. It goes to a star, and what star does it go to past the sun?
What question are you asking? I don't understand.
What is the most venerated star in the goddamn solar system?
By who? By whom?
Everyone. Every ancient civilization.
Facts.
Which one is
Ra?
it? No,
Ra.
it's not. It's not Ra. It's Polaris. It's the Polaris star.
Are you speaking Greek? Oh, okay.
The Polaris star. Ra isn't the name for Polaris in Egypt. No, they're not.
They're not. Built in Medu Neter.
Polaris star. The Polaris star. The Polaris, dude, let me finish. The Polaris star is the brightest star in the solar system. Everyone venerates the North Star. It's called the North Star. Mount Merlin.
That's you talking.
No, that's not me talking. Every culture venerates it, dude.
Facts, I believe you.
Every culture venerates the Polaris star. Let's look at Polaris on the Egyptian hieroglyphs. See what deity that is.
I feel like you're not making the point. You're just saying stuff.
They go to the Western Hemisphere because they venerate the Polaris star, which is aligned with North America, dude.
Exactly.
But the artifacts and
They see America. They see America as their ancestral spiritual land, dude.
That's you saying that.
No, it's not me saying it. That's them saying
isn't it a part of the creation story?
It is a part of the
Why
creation
is the Polaris star system?
Why is there heaven? Why is there heaven? Why is there heaven? Why is there heaven in a?
Why is there heaven in America?
Yes, heaven.
How is there heaven in America? U.S.
When their souls
genocide all over the world.
Their souls go to America.
Says who?
Stop.
The horizon, the Amentet, the Duat. You're talking about
where
America.
Where is the Western Hemisphere? What continent is on the Western?
They're talking about
what continent is on the Western Hemisphere?
You're talking about something material.
Dude, what continent is a lot? The Polaris is the sun not material, dude? Is the sun not material? You're talking about Ra, it's the fucking sun. It's material. You're talking about Aset. You're talking about Aset. You're talking about Aset. That's the fucking moon. It's material. You're talking about Newt. That's the goddamn sky. That's material. You're talking about Geb. That's Earth. That's fucking material. You see how they flip that shit? You see how they flip that shit? The Earth is supposed to. They got Geb being the fucking Earth, and they got Newt being the goddamn sky. You see how backwards that shit is. In that corrupt ass Egyptian shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all the reason the Egyptians are the progenitor of the fucking Greeks. You're freaky as hell.
Jarvis, music.
Yeah, because he won't be quiet. That's why I be kicking, dropping dude off the panel. Like the point you ain't prove shit. You ain't prove nothing. Like you didn't prove anything, right? So to break this down in a deeper context, the Egyptians believe in the path of souls like Americans do. The path of souls, because it's the same goddamn story of you transcending to the next realm.
You know nothing about Kemetu.
Oh my goodness, dude! Shut up. Let me explain something. Shut up and let someone that actually knows what the fuck they talking about speak. So they want to be found around the world, dude. If it wasn't the case, right? So Egyptians, just like a bunch of different Americans, like Mayans and stuff like that, believe in the path of souls. The path of souls, when you ride, your soul is where the sun sets, and it goes to where the sun rises, then it goes to where the sun sets, and it meets up in Polaris, which is the North Star. Mayans have a creation story about this. Dude, all these people have transcendent stories. Glad I show how much he doesn't know. You don't know shit, dude. You literally proved what I was talking about. He literally agreed. Like, did he not agree when I said, why do Egyptians pass away? Did he not agree?
Yes.
Yes, he did. He said, yeah, you're right. That's because da-da-da-da-da. Right? Like, I'm not, like, the people heard you, dude. People heard you. Lie, everybody heard you, dude. If I'm lying, put a 1 in the chat if I'm lying. That's right. Yes, he did. The fuck? Ain't nobody got to lie. You the only nigga that said I was lying. You the only nigga that said I was. GG's, dude. GG's, dude. You don't even know about your own shit. Niggas don't even know about their own shit. Ra and Isis, and they not even the oldest gods in Egyptian shit. You got Ket and Khauket. Those are your primordial gods and god and goddess. Ket and Khauket. They don't never, yeah, ooh. They don't want to talk about that. Yeah, all right. Niggas so worried about fucking Ra and shit. There's not even no primordial. He not even no primordial fucking deity. He ain't even a Ptah is more primordial than Ra.
Well, who else? It was Best, right?
You got Best, which is the one, which is an
Lord.
older human life form. You got Best, right? You got Set. Set is more primordial than Osiris and Asar. Like, yeah, dude. Go to your corner. Yeah, this shit crazy. Like, they, niggas don't even know about Kek and Kao Kek.
But he want to be a commission.
Like, come on, bro.
I'm talking about Cheek Anta Diop decipher the Medu Neter. If you don't get your goofy ass.
Where your American word is called Algonquin.
He's older than the pyramids and shoot, the story of what's it called? The two brothers and the Hovapai is older than anything in Africa. And also they've been finding mounds that existed way before the dang Ice Age.
Who deciphered the Medu Neter? I'm about to show the people who deciphered the Medu Neter right here. In the 1820s, they just fucking digged Egypt up, dude. In the 1820s,
The ancient Egyptian hoax.
nigga, all that shit you know about Egypt came in the 1900s, bro. They just dug it up. When did they dig up Egypt? They had to dig the shit up.
A lot of that shit fake. Like the Nefertiti bust, that shit fake. Some of the pyramids, that shit fake too. Like pyramids, that shit fake too. Statues together.
Yeah, nigga, yeah, they dug up Egypt in the 1880s, dude. Like, come on now. When was the Medu Neter deciphered? When did they decipher the Medu Neter? When was the Medu Neter deciphered?
Check chat GPT this.
Oh, I got it.
Better.
When was the Medu Neter deciphered? Medu Neter was deciphered through the Rosetta Stone in 1820.
Body bag. Checkmate.
Hey, what you gonna white? You want white? You just dug up. Wasn't nobody there. They abandoned the shit.
Exactly.
Nobody. Yeah, Egypt was just dug up in 1880. They weren't even near the hieroglyphs. Like, come on now. Niggas just started learning about Egypt in the 1800s, yo. And it's only popping because we over here, us Americans decided to talk about that shit. That's the only reason why it's popping. If folks weren't on that trip, if folks ain't decide to be scholars and study Egypt, we would not be hearing about nothing. We like, dang, what the hell?
On top of that, it goes deeper than that. Like the slave Bibles that they would give Black American Indians while they were on plantations, telling them that they the Moses or slaves obey their earthly masters, and white supremacists had to make up fake Egyptian artworks to depict a white supremacist Jim Crow Egypt. And
fresh outfit, no artifacts.
Whitewash Nubians, they whitewash Ethiopians and all this stuff. So that's why these Afrocentrics have such a attachment and affinity to Kemet in Africa, because of those slave Bibles. But if you didn't have that stuff, you wouldn't even put your ideology over there to Africa like that. You would be still upholding your Indian heritage, root work, and all these other animisms that we have.
That's how you pronounce his name, Sheikh off the Jop. Who did they have to go through to learn this shit about Egypt?
YTs.
YT people. I was like, YT people. Yo, everything you know about Egypt comes from YT people, dude.
It should automatically culturally come from Africans themselves.
People had to go to school, get degrees from the same YT man to even be considered to even study anything in Egypt, dude.
They don't know about Egypt.
Yeah, folks. Like these folks are crazy, dude. These folks is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You're using English. You're using Latin script to say words in the Medu Neter. If you was actually speaking Medu Neter, you'll be pronouncing shit a lot differently. If you're saying African languages didn't have a Latin script, so why are you using the Latin script to speak Medu Neter? Uh-oh. Why are you using a Latin script to speak Medu Neter?
And most of it comes from like Freemason cults too, by the way.
Yeah, everything you know about Egypt came from or the people that are there now, the Coptics or whatever. They burned down the libraries out Alexandria, dude.
Hey, I had a question.
They burned down the libraries. You think they putting out the real information now? Please.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Sister Soul brought it up.
Let's see what you got, Sister.
They puzzled them sculptures together. Them fake ass
Legoland.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That famous image.
They did that with Stonehenge too. Stonehenge not old either.
Ah, shit.
Fake Egyptian kings and shit.
But I had a question for Leo.
Yo, Keo, you there, Keo?
As well.
Keo, you there?
Darby, put that on the big screen. I want people to see this amusement.
It's on there. It's on there. It's on there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Sister Soul, explain the images to the audience.
Embarrassing scholarship. You gotta explain why they putting this shit together, yo. What they
20th century, no less, in the 19th century as well.
But the Temple of Osiris is in the Grand Canyon by the Stargate, the Hoover Dam.
I don't know about that, but we got mounds and pyramids, backyards you can just go travel to.
Yeah, I go to one of the mounds, Kolomoki. They say that those people there went down to the Yucatan and populated the Yucatan from there. On the plaques when you go there.
Mm-hmm. Well, so Sister Soul, explain the images. So
she's just showing. I guess she's just showing. I don't know if she's speaking or not. Yeah, I don't know if she's speaking or not. Machu Picchu.
That's Stonehenge. Yeah, but see this.
And they be over there. Yeah, man. The tourists be over there fucking up the goddamn pyramids and shit over there too. Like
look, no. Our ancestors, we went all around this motherfucker. And you see them big ass noses? Do you see the white people with noses like that?
I mean, I ain't nobody saying the Egyptians ain't melanated, dude, because the Nubians are still around. They're still around. They're still in Egypt. The Nubians.
A few slides ago, like 3 of them.
Oh,
they got the Turks.
Keep going.
Like shit, nigga.
Yeah, that one. I want that. Hold it still.
They got the head and shit.
They built that, man. They
putting the head on that shit, man. Wow. Wow.
That's not ancient.
Yep. And here's another thing. Yeah, what Uriah Brandon proposed in his fake Egyptians and shit video. the Greco-Roman artworks too, because how did the hell did Europeans have like an art reset?
That shit ain't ancient either. Ancient Greece, that shit ain't ancient either.
They got anatomically correct sculptures in the ancient BCE, but then they went back to doing crayon drawings in the medieval period.
Nigga, no, that was in look, that was that was them motherfuckers in the caves drawing.
That's crazy.
Big figures.
But they said this is Tamari. This is the
No,
beloved
because
land.
no, in the ancient period, everybody didn't have like no good artworks back then like that because we ain't had anatomically correct drawings yet. Everybody did stick figures at best, or they did their little doodles like you see on the glyphs and codexes in Mexico. But initially, draw or sculpt anatomically correct humans to like mathematical like degree in the Renaissance period.
Hey,
So how the hell are we supposed to take ancient Greek and the catalog of the Babylonian stuff in ancient Egypt seriously when all of them artworks were created in like the 20th or 19th century?
Right. We
Yeah,
got
it's hard.
Paleo-Hebrew. We got Paleo-Hebrew in Cairo, Illinois.
Cairo, Illinois. Nigga, that ain't even muff. Come on, man.
Catalog of the Babylonian stuff works with
Hebrew.
Cairo, Illinois. Nigga, that ain't even muff.
Egyptology telling you about the spiritual shit in Egypt, right? What else? They didn't even dig up Egypt until 1880.
He was a white dude.
And what year did they dig up the Mayan pyramids and Olmec heads?
They had to dig it up. They ain't had to dig it up.
Yeah, they had to dig up the Olmec heads that was buried in the ground, and all that pyramids was covered in like jungle debris.
Yeah,
because they had them dispersed and they got away.
So the pyramids look like mounds up here in Moundville or Etowah Mound, but it don't. But without the grass on top of those hills, they look like the ones that's in Mexico and Peru. So one would have actually think that extensions of those ancient pyramids down there in Central and South America or the Andes.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
but yeah, everything. Folks just need to admit everything they know about Egypt came from YT people. They institutions.
Yeah, and copying stuff here.
Mhm. Like they
Yeah,
institutions, all types of shit, bro.
Mhm.
Like it's all right to admit, like, all right, dang, they did this, they did that, like, because YT people are the only ones that's the only part of Africa they would claim anyway. They try to separate that from the rest of Africa. I wonder why.
Yeah, the Arabs run it. The Turks, the Indo-Europeans run that part.
Look here.
Don't let her out.
Egyptians, they the ones who showed them motherfuckers how to use soap. I'm just saying.
David, spirit, nothing but the ego, man. You don't have no discipline. I'm not about to take no spiritual lessons from someone that doesn't have discipline. You have the energy of a follower. You have to follow me. I mean, around social media. You don't know what boundaries are. You lack discipline. I'm not about to take no spiritual advice from someone that lacks discipline, or someone that has to go. I'm not talking to you, dude. Like, I'm not talking to you.
I'm telling you the motherfucking truth.
Like, I don't give a fuck what the hell you talking about right now. Like, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to somebody in the comments. Like, I'm not about to take no spiritual advice from someone that ain't got no discipline.
Heru is supposedly Horus, and all of those Egyptian deities, their scientific origin is America. The ram, the falcon, the hawk. Yeah, you talking to Heru.
The ibis bird.
I ain't talking to no fucking Heru. He don't embody no type of energy of Heru. He don't embody no type of energy of Heru.
Right.
Like, I can feel people's energy. dude.
He on you so hard because their whole position is based off cosplaying the real
Vampire.
source. Yeah,
Mhm.
so you exposing how they cosplaying and they're not really what they saying they is. They're just a great value version of it, not the potency of the source of it. All the source.
Niggas don't, yeah, niggas don't want me to read into the actual spirits. Like I wish I could do, right? Which I can do, because it's not hard to read into these niggas' spirit. I can look into your soul very easily. That's spiritually righteous has to go around being in someone's comments all the time. Like
Right.
someone's like asking, unblock you. I'm not, you're not blocked. You're still on the goddamn panel. Yeah. You're in my chat. You're able to type to me. I didn't block you. If you're able to type to me and I see it.
That's
Like
so
what
weird.
is going? Like y'all weird as hell on
Because
the internet, man.
no one's doing that for their movement. Their
Like,
movement is contingent upon the truth being suppressed.
let me talk. Like, since you got a beg, I don't know. No, since you got a beg, I don't know.
And then this ancestor that he's talking about is literally not even human. It's a monkey. It's called Lucy. Those
He said,
300
I'm a join.
million year bones he's talking about, not even
No, you're
human
not.
bones. So I guess he's a homunculus. He's an RH Neanderthal. And that would make sense because he's an African.
Gotta
You
be
dealing
when
with
I bring
them?
out the facts. You don't know how to shut up. Why do y'all think y'all are winning and cooking in the debate when y'all don't know how to shut up? That is not, because y'all would not do that in person. Y'all would not do that in a real debate. If y'all were actually scholars, y'all are terrible examples of scholars. Terrible. You think you would debate at Harvard and cut people off every 5 seconds? No, you wouldn't. You'll get kicked out the fucking building. Man, y'all sleepwalking. You're the only one that sleep here, sir. But yeah, I'm about to wrap the live up. The energy's getting a little too musty right now, and I'm about
We gotta
to
play
chill.
the music break, bro.
Not today. I'm about to get off. That's how I'm gonna reset my energy.
Man,
Bro got him
that
hot.
Grecian song.
I'm not even like, I'm not mad. I'm not nothing. It's just like, it's too weird right now. It's too much.
Dear. Have a good night.
Yeah, I was about to say it's too much weird energy right now. Don't be teaching nothing.
That Commission song.
Like, dude, like you act like folks act like I haven't cooked them on Twitter. Folks act. I'm gonna just clear the stage. I'm about to clear the stage before I get off. So I'm gonna have this shit uninterrupted. Get a life, dude. Nobody's crashing out. Just block. I will. I'm about to. Yeah, like I don't have to crash out. I know. Big Back be trolling, so I just be just crash out. I know. Big Back be trolling, so I have these losers, right? Y'all dudes need to get a life. I think I blocked him on YouTube and StreamYard too. Like, get a life, dude. Like, it's cool when actually gave a fuck. Where's Footed Trolls? Let me go on YouTube. They definitely lying. They want them checks. See, y'all weird as hell. I don't even think I'm gonna play my album, honestly. I'm gonna play some sad music, like sad Naruto music, because this is very fitting. I'm about to play some sad Naruto music, because this is very fitting. I'm about to play some sad Naruto, because this is very fitting. Naruto music, some sad Naruto, Where are you want to go with this? Yeah, people weird as hell. Like, y'all need to get a life, dude. Matter of fact, nah, this ain't good enough. This ain't good enough. Nah, I'm about to just put the ether on. Like, this ether is more fitting for this. Yeah. We put it. Like, bro, y'all like 20 something years old. y'all in y'all 20s, right? Because he's pretty young. Y'all ain't got nothing to get on their nerve instead of harassing grown men on the internet. Y'all be in y'all 20s, y'all be in y'all 30s. Some of y'all be in y'all 40s and 50s, dude. Grow up. Like, just grow up. Some of y'all be like, y'all weird as hell, bro. Don't nobody want to debate with y'all all day. Like, go debate people in person. Then I'll probably be impressed. Maybe I'll watch. Like, he's one of those people that hangs with people that stalk and harass my profile, dude. You stalk me on Twitter. You stalk me on YouTube. You stalk me on Instagram. Folks that found my Facebook because that stupid shit my ex did. That stupid shit. The only reason why certain folks know my goddamn name is because when my ex did that dumbass shit. So, peace, fam. You gotta get up. Have a good day at work, man. Have a great night. 3 a.m. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for having to get up at 3 a.m. because I could not do that to go to fucking work. But yeah, with that being said, it is too European names, and I guess we do. But yeah, with that being said, these folks need to get a life. If you're a grown ass person, you don't know how to compose yourself on the internet, dude. You have no hope in life. Like, who's paying y'all? Hope they're paying y'all well. That dude that told me to lift my shirt up, he's weird. He's never coming back here. I should have blocked him too. But if I see him again, I'm gonna block him. So yeah. Other than that, I'm about to wrap this thing up, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm about to go chill. Cause yeah, it's been a little too much.